man, let's talk about my biggest concern with John Morton. Obviously, you hear the things of formation and the offensive line, and it's dangerous that the offensive line, where a lot of their differences come in the middle. And usually, most people that talk about the offensive line, the left side is usually the side of concern. The left tackle, because to a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. You know what I'm saying? Where he can't see. So when his back is turned. But also it's critical up the middle because, we talking about the best way to get the best pass rush is not on the edge. The most disruptive pass rush is up the middle. That's the most disruptive pass rush is up the middle of the field. So, you got a lot of differences in the middle of that offensive line. I believe you have Mahogany going from right to left. And you have Tate Ratliff going to the right side. And you got Graham Glasgow going in the center. So for the most part, even though Glasgow and Mahogany played on that line last year, they swap. So they no longer, they swap. So, they kind of swap a little bit. But now Glasgow is playing going to the center, Mahogany the left guard, Taylor Decker left tackle. So that you got three new pieces in the middle of that offensive line. Three new pieces. So you got to make sure, y'all slide protection, make sure everybody understand their assignments because, if you blow an assignment, that's like right in golf face. So and this gets to the point that I'm making, and I've made it before. My biggest concern with John Morton so far is not him going to the booth. He's called plays before. My biggest problem, my biggest concern is he get pass happy. That's my biggest concern. If he's pass happy. If he comes in this pass happy, it's a big problem because when you got offensive linemen like the Lions have, the three new ones in the middle, he has to be prepared to run the football early and often. That's what get offensive linemen to impose their will. You don't want them consistently being on their toes or backpedaling. You don't want that. You want them moving forward. Then you want them to impose their will. So the Lions, I think Dan Campbell must echo this early and often. Run the football, especially when you don't play preseason. We should be running the football 20, 30 times. My fear is he's going to be too pass happy. And that's one of the things I didn't like about Ben Johnson. I felt like they should have ran the ball a lot more, especially in that last game versus Washington, versus 32nd worst run defense in the league. I think the Lions need to run the ball a lot more. Especially with three new positions in the middle of that offensive line. I feel like he's going to get too pass happy, and I just don't. Him being a passing game coordinator and one-man dude, and then he basically what he's saying is, we're going to keep the same run game. No, motherfucker, you just can't come in here and be a pass game coordinator and allow the old line or running back coach or whoever the run game coordinator. No, you must be complete. You must bring something different in the run game. You got to remember too, in Denver, they run game wasn't shit. They couldn't run the ball to save their life in Denver. And maybe that was because Javonte, whatever my man's Williams from North Carolina, he never was able to come back and do it. I thought this said Subaru porn star. It said Forester. I'm tripping. It's dirty though. My windshield dirty too. But I'm like, damn, when they start making that one. But yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. So you got to be that's the number one thing I'm concerned with is he ain't gonna run the ball enough. He putting Jai on the outside, throwing the ball. You hear everything about them throwing the ball and going deep, man, going deep. They better hand that ball off early and often next year. They better hand it off early and often. And if they get into a throwing habit, it's gonna be a long season. I'm telling you that right now. Protect that offensive line. Protect Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? And allow David Montgomery to carry you early. That would be my game plan. When I go to the Baltimores or the Cincinnati's or the Eagles, I mean, I want to establish the run. That's the number one thing I want to do. I want to establish the run. I want to establish the run. And they better establish early and often. So I just think he just give me the impression of being a pass happy offensive coordinator. But hopefully, they we got the same run. No, you should bring something to the run game as well too. You should bring some different formations and look. You can't just come here. Oh, we're gonna just add these passing. No, add something in the run game too, homeboy. That's my biggest concern. That he just coming in here to be pass happy. They better hand that rock off early and often. Early and often. That's what's gonna get them offensive linemen in rhythm. You know. So when you got two strong guards like Mahogany and Ratledge, hey man, let them go out there and pile drive. It ain't gonna be sexy. You may not put up 30 points a game, but guess what? You're going to grind guys into a pulp. You're going to grind guys into a pulp. And also you're going to be able to preserve a lot of your guys. So that honestly would be my message. That would honestly be my message, but yeah, they better run. That's my biggest concern. No, that's my biggest concern, man. I don't know what you guys concerns are, but their inability to run the football. If I don't think my biggest concern is that he may not be committed to the run game. So that's just my concern. So, but hey, let me know what you girls and guys think about it, man. I got Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Potentially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this.